Hey and welcome to my new video. So we are in Blackfell over here at the top of the map basically, and I want to show you a loot route today. So this is quite a famous loot route actually. So I've seen a bunch of YouTube videos on the specific loot route before, and obviously this was shown to me by a friend who is like a veteran in the game. This version of the loot route is my adaptation to it to optimize it for time basically. So you can do this on multiple characters. So if you are quite fast, you can actually do it in like 7 to 8 minutes, I think. It's realistic. Oh, I made a mistake there and blocked the door. So yeah, this loot route usually goes around Blackfell and in a larger radius, but I will show you a version that I decided to do that is a bit more focused on the time aspect. So these guys over here means there is like a horde of them close by that we can check in a second, but first we go up here and get the storage crate, and then we will go for the loot hoarder base, which is behind this motel actually. So yeah, this is the start of the loot route. So this building, as you saw, I did the lower and then the upper floor, and then we will go behind this building, actually collect our hoarder bug nest, and then we go in front of the building and get the green container as well. So why this loot route? This loot route mainly is needed to actually get formulas for like the base building items. So this is why I originally started to do this route and asked my friend to like show it to me, since I want to like speed up the process of getting all of the in-game formulas that are collectible for free. But I found that this loot route actually solves a bunch of different things in the game. For example, if you're hunting like plastics or metal scraps or rubber or stuff like that, all of that can be easily farmed with this route. This route more often than not, supplies you with like weapon bodies and armor linings, like the tier 5 protective lining and stuff like that. You can get on this route. So it's a very good and very versatile route in the sense that it gives you a lot of the stuff that you actually need in the game. So now we got another formula, or no, this wasn't the formula, this was actually the item itself. So yeah, you can actually get the base building items themselves as well. So yeah, obviously the formula is better because you will keep that forever. But having the base building item in your inventory is sometimes nice as well if you start out and want to build a more fleshed out, more beautiful base. So from this motel, we actually go over here to this gas station. And this is the gas station that is often skipped in the other routes because they will go up here towards this, like, what's it called? Like a field, like agriculture part of the town. And then this gas station is often skipped because of that. Obviously, you can do that and then can go up, but I find it to be less efficient, and the loot in this gas station is actually quite good because we have 2 crates here and a lot of loose loot that is quite valuable to us. And from here, I actually go left towards this, what is it called, like a burger shack or something. So we walk over here, and as you can see, I can like easily clear these enemies because obviously I'm very geared, but you don't have to. You don't have to clear anything. You can basically, if you know what you're doing, you can walk through here without clearing anything. And usually if I'm like doing this run, then I use this ability like to jump greater distances and speed up the process. So from the burger shack, we jump over this front yard from this residential building. This is the hospital. This is usually on the route when you go up to the agriculture fields and stuff like that. You come back down and you go through the hospital. I usually skip the hospital because there's like an acting physician and I don't want to deal with it. And I found the loot to be not that good, honestly. So I go into this like car shop where you car repair thingy. Workshop? Is that the correct English word? I think it's workshop. Where you have a lot of loose loot and then a storage crate again. And then you can go around here. You go out the front. Here's basically no loot, but you can obviously like quickly take that. And then you go across the street to the supermarket, and this is like where all of the really fast to get and good easy stuff is to loot. Here's a lot of loose loot. So going around here once and it takes like 10 seconds. Gives you so much stuff, which is actually crazy. And then you have a gear crate as well over here. Okay, we now have a lot of enemies. I will quickly clear them because I don't want to get interrupted. Oh, I hate this that this happens. That the reload is interrupted if you press your ability for the deviant. I don't like that at all. Shouldn't be a thing in the game. So yeah, you can basically go around here in 10 seconds and loot everything. And this is a bunch of nice stuff that you need. And then you go back out and you always turn left basically. So we turn left again. We will quickly clear these enemies because I don't want to have them follow me and deal with them in this building. Since I'm explaining and talking and can't really focus on playing perfectly. So yeah, you go over here, you go through these tents quickly, collect all of the loot. And then we are engaged again by these fuckers, so we need to make short work of them. So then you go inside this municipal building. So this is the mayor's office, for example. Basically the mayor's office, yeah. So you go in here, and then you have these like desks, and all of these desks are glowing, as you can see. You can loot all of them. Oh, I need to kill this thing. You can loot all of them, and there are a bunch of them in all of these rooms. So this will give you a lot of like loose loot, formulas, stuff like that is actually quite useful to you. Now we got a formula again. And then over here is a storage crate. More desks. And then over here is a weapon crate that you can take. So this building specifically is very good. And there's one more building that I will show you in a second that is actually insanely good as well. Wait. So yeah, upstairs, same thing. We loot all of the desks. This is really good loot and very nice to get formulas, especially since this is basically what I'm hunting for. I love base building in this game. I want to have all of the formulas, so this is the route that I'm running. So you run over here and you go right this time. So this is the only time on the route where you actually need to lean towards the right. Sure, why it takes so much. Oh, it was one of the big things, okay. So yeah, you go to the right and then you see this white fence and this green building. So this is the building that we are looking for. Over here is all of these like cabinets that are laying around. I need to make work of the enemies first so that we are not interrupted by talking. So yeah, the trash cans again, very good. All of these cabinets. And then, pistol body. See, it's very easy to get the stuff on this route. And then over here you have all of these small cabinets inside. Storage crate again. So yeah, again, there's a bunch of loose loot that you can get. And all of this kitchen is glowing, basically. So you can get a bunch of loot over here. This is a bit annoying, since you want to spam F and then there's a furnace there and puts you into the crafting interface. And then you go in here, in the bedroom. And then there's protective lining. So yeah, it's awesome. This route is really good. You go in here, you loot this, then you come outside, and then there's 2 more cabinets over here. You kill this guy, and then one over here. So, I forgot to tell you something. We will go back in a second, but over here, in this like fishing thingy pier, there can be the hoarder bug nest as well. And then there's one more position I will show you in a second. But let's first go to this boss. So this is the mini boss. And he has a bunch of trash cans around him, so yeah. I usually like quickly take him out since I have the gear for it anyway. You can skip this if you don't have the gear. I did this route earlier on my level 20 character, where I'm obviously not killing things that fast or at all. So I basically had to skip a bunch of stuff. But it's still worth it, in my opinion, to run this route, even on a lower character. Because there's so much loot. It's so good. So yeah, there's a bunch of trash cans over here. And then there's one more guy over here. And you can get these trash cans. So, the important part that I missed is actually we go back to the municipal building. And there's a hoarder bug nest there, or can be a hoarder bug nest there as well. Maybe I will show a clip from my other run, where all of these nests are shown. So basically, if you go upstairs in this room, behind the door, there can be the hoarder bug nest, and then the one behind the motel that I showed you at the beginning of the road, and then the one at the pier back there. So that's basically it. That's my route. Recording time is 10 minutes. Obviously, I'm a bit slow because I'm talking and showing things and I'm killing things that I would usually skip. So maybe around 8 minutes, maybe a bit less is possible if you like dash around like this all the time and you have double jump equipped so that you can jump this fence in one go and stuff like that. So there's a few optimizations you can do to actually make this run faster, and you can do this on 10 characters. So the maximum for an account is 10 characters, and you can actually do this run on 10 characters. So let's assume an 8-minute run. This is 80 minutes of your day to get infinite loot. So this is all of the loot. My inventory was cleaned. I should have shown that before the run, but you need to trust me on that. My inventory was clean before I started the run, except for the CPU thing. And this is all of the stuff that we got on this run, which is like insanely good. I mean, 56 asset is actually quite nice. This is obviously because we killed enemies. If you don't kill enemies, then you won't get this. But yeah, a bunch of nice stuff. We got a bunch of formulas. Or actually, we got only one. Wait, didn't we get... Oh, we got the sign in, not a formula. So yeah, we got a bunch of items that are actually not formulas, but you can place it in your base, and a bunch of stuff for your disassembly bench. So this is a really good loot route, and I would highly advise you to use this, especially if you hunt for like formulas. But if you hunt for like tier 5 gear pieces, a bunch of materials, if you're on the deviation server and you need scrap, this route is actually much easier because the area is a level 5 area on the deviation server. So this is an extremely good loot run. In my opinion, probably the best loot run in the game. It's extremely fast. You can repeat it 10 times with different characters. And this resets every 4 hours. So it's not on a fixed 4-hour timer, so I cannot now stop the time, but I think it is midnight, 4 a.m., 8 a.m., and so on. So yeah, it's basically on a 4-hour reset schedule. So if you know when the reset is exactly, you can time your run in a way that you start the first run right before the reset, so that you have like a 2 to 3 minute buffer. Then you go to base, you disassemble all of your stuff, you come back and you do the second run. So if you only have one character, for example. So yeah, there's a bunch of optimization you can do in this run, obviously, and it is extremely good. So yeah, I would highly advise you to use that run. It changed the game for me completely. All right, I think that's it for the video. I said anything that is important. And yeah, you should definitely try this run. If you liked it, please like and subscribe to the channel. And see you in the next one. Bye-bye.